This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip G Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. I record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also become a member of this podcast by clicking the link down below. You get extra podcast content, brand new stuff per month, exclusive just to members. Drip, you're slinging deals over there on the phone. I know you were looking at it during the intro. You're looking at it. Yep, look at that phone, man. You slinging deals. What'd you just sell?
I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to get rid of these bed frames. They're my kids' bed frames, but they don't want these bed frames. They want a bunk bed. But I cannot get a bunk bed until I get rid of these bed frames. And there's one left. If this lady comes and takes this, we're gonna get a bunk bed.
Hey,
we're gonna get one. We're gonna get one this weekend. It's gonna be a great time.
Press the cheer button, Drip, to celebrate for you getting a bunk bed or getting the bunk beds out
over here too. Yay. I don't have that one. Yeah, but I've been trying to get rid. I've had two of them. We got rid of one. Need to get the other one gone. Really need to get the other one gone. Yep. They want bunk beds. You know they have bunk beds for kids that have slides on them. That is a bad idea.
Sounds
it's a terrible idea.
Terrible idea.
Nobody's going to sleep. Nobody.
No, that's a terrible.
All that is a guarantee that I'm going to be going into that room angry every single night. That's all that is. It's a guarantee my kids are going to end up getting in trouble every night. That's it.
Yep.
And then running and jumping back into their bed and acting like they're asleep before I open the door.
Well, speaking of getting angry,
what it is.
Speaking of getting angry or excited, depending on the way you look at things, we got a brand new Mario Direct today. If you guys didn't see our live stream earlier or listen to it in the audio feed, go ahead and do that. But yeah, we watched the new Mario Direct that was announced just a couple days ago, and it live streamed this morning. And yeah, we saw a lot of the game, a lot more of the game, especially. It's about 15 minutes worth of gameplay. And then they also threw us a nice little curveball at the end, but we kind of knew that was coming. I think a lot of us kind of assumed. We got the Mario Red Switch OLED.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that in just a second here, but I want to actually talk about something real fast, Drip. I want to talk about the fact that what we didn't get at this. Two things we both said were guarantees. An amiibo. And the Charles Martinet sound-off swan song.
I figured that was there too, for sure.
We both were like, that's those two things are guarantees.
Easy. Yeah, like locked.
And we got neither
the
of
amiibo,
those.
I was willing to bet my house on it. Glad I didn't, but...
I mean, that doesn't mean the amiibo's not coming. I think
it's still coming. Yeah,
I think we're probably just too far out for Nintendo, or not too far out. That doesn't mean anything. They can do it anytime they want. They can do it even when the game comes out after the game comes. Like, I don't think it matters all that. We're gonna get an elephant amiibo. You had to put some stats out there on the show this morning.
Yeah,
you had said that
since 2014, every Mario game that has been released has had an amiibo.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a given we're getting one here. It's just a matter of when they're going to announce it. So we'll see about that. But Drip, do you have a beer of the week this week?
I do. Give me 1 second.
Okay, you slinging deals? Okay, press your button. Come on. Wait, he's leaving.
I'm not ready at all.
Drip took his headphones off. He's leaving. Oh, no, he didn't.
I did not. I have them on.
Okay, they're on.
Okay, I do have a beer of the week, but I have another special thing.
Yeah.
Usually Geeb's the only one bringing out cool stuff, food-wise, for beer of the week. But guess what?
Is it snack of the week?
It's a snack of the week. It is a snack of the week, and it is pumpkin spice Oreos.
What?
It is that time of year. Welcome to fall, y'all. These are absolutely fantastic. If you've never had one, I suggest throwing your phone in the river or whatever you're watching this podcast on and running to the store right now to pick some up.
They're that good,
They are probably the best Oreos. If you like pumpkin pie, you like these. I'm not going to eat this yet because I'm actually about to have my actual beer of the week. My actual beer of the week, nothing too crazy. Cayman Jack Moscow Mule.
Very nice. Oh, those are great. Those are great.
Yeah, I figured you'd like this. Yeah, they're good.
I'm jealous because I actually have nothing. My beer of the week is a water in a bottle, which I don't recommend ever drinking bottles of water like this. Always use reusable stuff. I'm using this on necessity at the moment. But yeah, no, I got a bottle of water. Got nothing. I got nothing.
Well, I mean, I've got the Moscow Mule for you. It's It is delicious. I will say that.
Very good.
I mean, it's damn good for a canned just Moscow Mule. Can't beat it.
I actually just remember that we had a beer of the week submission in our Discord.
Did we?
So this one from Parallax a few weeks ago, or a few days ago actually. This is a new one for me, a fruited Berliner Weiss style ale with pineapple. This one is a much smoother beer. It's thicker than normal, than a typical beer. It's just sweet and tart enough to make you salivate. Honestly, I pick it up for the namesake, but it must have been named after our overlord Drip. This beer is great for sitting outside for a long day. Blah blah blah. It is called. There's no picture unfortunately for screen, but it is called the Drippity Pineapple.
Ah, yes, I remember seeing that one.
Yes, the can.
I remember seeing that one.
The can's not that interesting anyway, so it's not no harm, no foul here for showing you guys. But yeah, this is the Drippity Pineapple beer. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I know my brother gets some pretty absolutely amazing beers where he gets his beer from. Yeah, if you guys want to submit your beers of the week, you guys can go ahead and do that in our Discord, on Drip's Discord actually. We don't have our own Discord podcast, or you can go ahead and do it on Twitter X. Just submit your @DripGeeb, submit your picture with a little description. Drip, I took a nap today after our little mini podcast, and a spider.
I did not.
And a spider bit me while I was sleeping. It's huge. I can't believe this giant bite.
Man, I was freaking out the other night when I don't even know what I was watching. I was in bed about to go to sleep, and for some reason I thought I saw a spider just crawl across. I had like a pillow like halfway on me, and I thought I saw a spider like just go across.
Yeah.
Oh, I flipped out. I lost my mind. Completely lost my mind. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a spider, but I was concerned. Anyway.
Okay. Guys, speaking of spiders, we got absolutely 0 spiders in Mario Wonder today, but we got a lot of other interesting, cool stuff that we will go over. Got a little list here, but we're gonna first talk about this product here, the Switch OLED Red Edition. It's a Mario Red Switch, not to be confused with the Mario Red and Blue Switch. This is the Mario Red Switch, not blue accessories as you can see here. The grip is just black. But the main thing that makes this a womp womp womp, like Drip just played, the main issue with this Switch is that there is no red border around the front of the Switch. That's like the biggest thing that's a problem with this Switch, because otherwise it's a pretty okay Switch. I mean, it's the exact same thing that we got with the original Switch. But it's just the OLED version. But they didn't give you the red border around the front, so you can't, from the front, you can't really tell, because the back is red, but you can't really tell from the front. So, Drip, how do you feel about this?
I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb.
Well, give us
lazy.
Why. Yeah.
It's garbage, dude. It's garbage. It's literally again.
Okay, now
I don't
want
to
a little hard now. Hold on,
dude. It's ridiculous.
It's lazy. I agree with you that it's lazy.
It's lazy. I'm holding this new special edition Switch. I'm holding those Joy-Cons right now. I'm holding them. I have them in my hand. They already did this. They already did it better. They've actually regressed with what they've done to this thing. It looks terrible with the black. It's just generic.
So, I really have a soft spot for this red Switch because I had the original. I sold it eventually, but I had that original. I love that red color. I love the red unibody look. Like I said, that's one of the things I don't like about this is that it doesn't have that full red unibody.
Yeah, the back looks cool. I will say the back looks cool, like an updated version of the one, but
the original one. Yeah, exactly, because it's an OLED version, so obviously this kickstand is fully red, whereas the old Switch, the back was fully red, except for the kickstand, which was that black bar that made it look really bad. In my opinion, I think
they could have done that. What if they would have made the giant kickstand on this one black?
Yeah, then I would have been
when you think it can't get worse.
Yeah,
Nintendo just kicks you right in the nuts.
Yeah, and I guess to be clear, this is not a Mario Wonder Special Edition. I think that's the biggest reason why this Switch is the way it is. You have to look at it like that, because this is not a Mario Wonder Edition Switch.
Is it not?
No, because nowhere on the box does it say Mario Wonder.
But it was announced at the Mario Wonder Direct.
Yeah, but dude, listen to my words carefully. This is not a Mario Wonder Switch. It's just
I understand that.
It's not. No matter what you say, it's just not that.
I understand that. I'm saying it should be.
I agree that it should be, but it's not. So we can't complain too hard that there's no real decals on it because it's only the Mario Red Switch. It's not the Mario Wonder Switch. As weird as that is to say, because it's not like if we let's just say we got a general Pokemon Switch, right? They just put a random Pikachu logo on there. Okay, this is the random Pokemon Switch. But Scarlet and Violet Switch was Scarlet and Violet in color, had the logos of the things on front. The Zelda Switch, the Tears of the Kingdom, was the Tears of the Kingdom Zelda design. And theme, those were console or game specific consoles. This is not a game specific console. This is just the franchise Mario celebrating that again for some reason. This is the second Switch they've put out.
Why? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why are we doing it again? Why are we doing the same thing again?
I can kind of answer that question for you, Derp, if you want me to go ahead and answer the question.
Okay,
why are they doing this Switch again? I can't answer why they're doing it again, but I can say why they're doing this Switch in particular, because they're just trying to get rid of that OLED stock. We all know that the OLED and all the Switches are going to be phased out for the next edition. At least not phased. I don't know. I can't say it's going to be phased out because who knows? It could stick around for a while. But we do know that they're getting rid of some stock so they can get prepared for what's to come. But they're just that's exactly what this is. Why they didn't take the extra effort to make it a Mario Wonder Edition Switch, I don't know. That's a little weird to me because I feel like they would have made a lot of people excited and happy if this was a Mario Wonder Switch, but it's not that.
Yeah,
it's just a Mario Edition, and it's just they're just like, let's paint it red and send it, and it's just confusing to me why they're doing that. They could have celebrated the game, but they're not doing that.
I don't know why. I really thought. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's happening, man. It's happening.
No, I'm laughing at the comment we just got because I'm not gonna say it.
Oh my god! Yeah, of course you're gonna put it on the screen. I
don't get that
really,
much. Okay,
honestly,
everyone's always like Drip is always right. I'm not. I don't get the Geeb's always right a lot. Okay, but Adam,
I'm never right.
I'm also right, Adam. I'm also right about the Sixers and they're a better team than the Celtics now.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I was really honestly expecting a Switch Lite for this game for some reason. I just felt like it. I don't know. They're not really pushing the Switch Lite at all. Yeah. Why would they? I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's a side scroller.
Yeah.
It's got a D-pad. They're perfect for each other. Let's do that. I don't know. I mean, clearly it's not what happened. But I've seen renders. I don't even know who did the ones, but they're so good. There's these renders of Switch Lites out there. And it's like Mario's blue overalls. And it's red on top. And the overall straps come over and it's kind of like crooked. So like one of the little yellow buttons is one stick and one of the little yellow buttons is the other stick on the overalls.
Yeah.
Looks so good. Like I wish they would actually do something like that.
Get creative like they did with the 3DS.
Yeah. Man, the 3DS had the best special, like there's no doubt. Like the 3DS and the 2DS had the 2DS XL.
Let's just look at
the best.
Well, hold on. Let's look at just the Zelda designs alone with the 3DS. We had like you said, the Hylian Shield 2DS XL. That was perfection.
That's the one. That's the one.
The Majora's Mask one is my favorite, my personal favorite. Good. The gold look with Majora's mask looming.
Yeah, and then there was another one for there was another Zelda one that was black for Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds. It was black and gold again with the Triforce on it. That was another second favorite for mine. I mean, they're all it's hard to pick between the three of them. I'm just a sucker for that black and gold.
They had a 2DS though. I think they had a Zelda 2DS too that was the old door stopper, like the flat one. I think it was green.
Yes, it was green and
yellow buttons and stuff.
I almost bought one of those multiple times when I was trying to find a 3DS before Hero was able to send me his. I went ahead and actually it was Miss Jeep anyway. The green one I was looking out. I was gonna pay like $150 for it if I was gonna buy it new in box. But it was green. It was like Ocarina of themes, green and yellow. And that one was as weird as that console was with being flat and ugly. The green and yellow worked really well, and I liked that version a lot.
It was very
every
old
single
Zelda.
one of those Zelda ones were fire.
Zelda feel
Not to mention all the other amazing designs that they had for other franchises. But just the Zelda ones in particular were just spectacular. So the 3DS is just another class for special edition.
The GOAT of special editions, for sure.
But yeah, so it's pretty disappointing to see this Switch as it was because we did watch the game, the direct with the game, and for the most part, you and I were pretty positive on the game. It was pretty
super positive.
It was pretty great. I mean, the game looks great for what it is.
I mean, after watching it, like I told you earlier, after watching it, taking a minute, and like going away, I kind of realized like, wow,
Excuse you.
I'm actually really excited for this. Like, I'm excited for a 2D Mario. I wasn't super excited for it. I mean, I'm excited to play a new game always, you know.
Of course.
Mario.
Of
but
course.
this does look very, very good. They have put a lot of stuff in this.
Well,
like a lot.
Let's talk about some of these things that they put in this game. I mean,
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about these things.
let's start with the characters because there are some pretty awesome characters in the game, but it's to be expected because it's
Yoshi's,
the
man.
original game. But yeah, let's talk about Yoshi in particular because Yoshi is cool. 'Cause not only is he a playable character, but if you're playing 2 players or more, like multiplayer, you can jump on Yoshi and ride him.
Yeah, even if someone else is the Yoshi, you just jump on him. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So there's no Yoshis in the game, I guess. You can't just get a Yoshi because Yoshi's a character. But Yoshis can ride Yoshis.
That's
so
not guaranteed
can you?
yet. That's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
yet.
it's not. It's not. Yeah, this is definitely speculation. I have no idea. But Yoshis can ride Yoshis, so why
Yeah.
not? There could be a Yoshi out there. Oh my god, the funniest part of the entire thing when they were showing that Yoshi, like the big elephant Mario riding on the little Yoshi.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, but so this is kind of cool to me, and we'll talk about why later. But like in new Super Mario, whatever it's called, why do I mess that name up every single time I try to say it? What is it? New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Yeah, sure.
Is that right?
Sure.
It's just a stupid name. Anyway, that game, everybody's different. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, because you could be different characters, but everybody played a little bit differently. Like Peach, could like float.
Yeah, the same
down.
with 3D World.
Yeah. Same with 3D World, but now they're all the same, which I think is very cool. Well, except for Yoshi and Nabbit, I think Yoshi has the little.
Yep, his little
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, his little kicky feet.
He floats for all intents and purposes. Yeah.
And then, Nabbit's basically invincible. So if you're like,
for
like my 4-year-old will play as Nabbit, I'm sure, invincible. But the rest of them are the same, which is cool because of what they did later. We'll talk about the badges and stuff. I think that's my favorite part of all of it is the badges. But the characters are good. They're cool. I'm happy that they're all the same. So, you can play as whoever you want. You can be Peach if you want. It's not going to affect the way you play. They've changed it, so they have these badges, which I would love to. I really want to pull these badges up because, man, there were so many of them, and I was trying to look and see what the symbols were because I was like, I wonder what that one is. I wonder what that one does. I wonder what that one does.
Decipher the code or what are the symbols. I bet you they're probably self-explanatory, kind of like the Tears of the Kingdom one.
Yeah, a few of them were. I saw one where it looked like, I want to say it was like Frog Mario almost.
Yeah.
I actually have it pulled up here. I'm looking at it. One of them is a hat that is it has strings coming down underneath of it. So I'm guessing that's the parachute hat one. Yeah. They showed that. There's the wall jump one. There's a dolphin, which I'm guessing is the swim thing, the dolphin kick.
Yep.
There's a jump with 2 little lines underneath. I'm guessing that's like a high jump. But then there's one where Mario's crouched down like a frog, and it's pointing up.
It's probably a frog jump is my guess. Some sort of.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. And then you see there's one with a like a vine or a piranha plant.
Yeah.
That's probably that little whip thing that we saw.
Yeah, a little whip and nay.
Yeah, and the different
a grappling hook is more accurate way to describe that.
There's a timed high jump. That's the one they're actually on, the action badge. But there's different ones too. There's 3 different versions of them. There's like blue ones, red ones, and yellow ones. I feel like the yellow ones are like the really cool ones. But I mean, there's how many? 3 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, yeah, there's a lot. There's a ton of these things.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I was actually saying this earlier. I've actually never played through a full game, a full Mario 2D game. I've almost finished Odyssey. I have finished 3D World, but I played a bunch of the older Mario platformers, but I have not actually finished a 2D Mario game, and really not played any significant time besides like the Mario Bros. And
I've only finished 2.
Yeah. So like this is gonna be my first experience because I don't really know this. This is probably one of the best 2D Mario games, like modern 2D Mario games, to really get into to begin with because there's so much.
It
new,
looks great.
There's so much new in it. There's so many cool.
Really, yeah.
Things that look about. Let's talk about that freaking. What is it called when you become like LSD mode? What is the LSD mode called?
I don't know. It's LSD mode, man. That's it.
Oh my god,
that's
like,
what it is.
The whole like selling point of this game.
Yeah,
is
the wonder flowers.
The wonder flowers. Yeah, that's it. And when you touch a wonder flower, it's essentially like taking an LSD tap. And
yeah, man, it's crazy. It's good stuff.
The game's already pretty crazy to begin with, but now once you take that tablet,
yeah, dude, you're just on drugs. It's
you're
crazy.
on straight up drugs. Mario's straight up on drugs, and it's like, what in the world is happening? But it's so cool. Like everything gets. I'm gonna start trying to fast forward here. Everything gets so crazy and weird, and even weirder than it already was. Like you're in space and you're floating around, and it's just I don't know how to describe it. It's just one of those things.
Well,
you
and that's
see
the thing about
experience.
it. Like that's the thing.
I think
the thing about
enemies
it is
get weird too.
They really have done a lot to this game. Like it actually looks like this is different. That was the thing about whatever new Super Mario Bros. Wii U.
Yeah,
it's so cookie cutter. Like it's just whatever. Like there's nothing special about it. And they had just put out I think they just put out 3D Land whenever they put that one out originally on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Or no, they just put out the I don't know. They just put out one of those games before it though. I think it was on the 3DS though. One of the 2D side scrolly ones. Nobody wanted that again. No. I don't know. It just seemed cheap. Yeah. This has you can tell like there's a lot of really cool ideas shoved into this. A ton of them. And they're going to work out really well, I think. Watching this today makes me want to play it. I was looking at this like, oh, another 2D Mario. Like, I don't really want to play this, but now I do. Now I really do.
Question for you. So, like, I actually kind of disagree with you because, and not necessarily in a bad way, just a little disagreement because I don't think this game is all that different. And hear me out. It is more. It is so much more. It's new. Most importantly, it's new. So there's lots of new stuff in the game that wasn't in previous Mario, obviously. Visually, mechanically, gameplay-wise, there's new stuff. But it's not different. It's just more new stuff. And they've packed in even more stuff of the same kind of stuff that has been in previous Mario games in this one. But it's not different. It really is the same general idea, just kind of on drugs, if you will.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but if I think it's a little disappointing because it's not different. It is the same thing. It's just a bunch more new stuff, which again is cool. But if you were hoping for something completely different from a 2D Mario game, not completely different, but just different enough to make it worth your while, worth your $60, I don't know if they've answered that question for a lot of people. I'm excited because I just want to play a 2D Mario game that's new. This would be my first one of a new generation of like new graphics. You know, since the original 2D Mario games, this is my first one to actually play. Like I said, 3D World doesn't really count, so this is my first chance to get to play 2D Mario, and I'm excited. But this is definitely not a different enough game to say, yeah, this is like completely different from the old game. It's not really.
It's completely different. I think you're wrong.
Well, tell me why. Tell me why you think it's different.
Everything is different. I mean, everything is different.
What
I mean,
is
besides
different?
the fact that it's still a 2D platformer, which you can't get away from because it's a 2D platformer. You've got the same characters, yeah, but I mean, everything's different. There's different power-ups. There's different enemies. Yeah, you have some classic enemies in there too. There's different power-ups, different enemies. The flower thing takes it completely turns everything on its head. It changes perspective. It does so much stuff. I mean, it's different. As different as you can. You're right in that part. If you're looking for something crazy out of a 2D platformer, you're probably just looking in the wrong place anyway.
Probably
because it's a 2D platformer. It is what it is. But I think they've done so much here, and I was still one of the people too saying before this like, yeah, it's all right. It's Mario. It's Mario. Like, what are they gonna do with a 2D Mario? This is what they're gonna do. It looks great. Honestly, I'm way more excited about it now than I was before we watched this this morning because of all the new stuff that they showed.
I think what I'm thinking of in my head is a time when we said before this game was actually shown, you were saying how you wanted to see the formula get shaken up. You want to see something different.
Yeah.
And this is where I think my argument stands. Look at the formula of Mario Wonder. It is a cookie cutter formula that has been the same for Mario games for a long time now.
Since like Mario 3.
Okay. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Talking about like the overworld and the little walkie-ways. Well, that they actually shake that up too.
They shake it up a little bit.
There's open areas. There's an open world, dude. Open world.
This is not an open world. It is the map.
No.
You can go to what you're saying is you can go to it's not like you have to start in world 1 and then move to world 2.
You do.
World 3.
But there's certain areas when you go in, there's a bunch of different levels in the areas.
Right.
In those specific areas, if you have enough whatever, you can
1.1, 1.2, 1.3. You can go to we can go right straight to 1.10 if you want. Ignore 1.1 through 9.
Which I'm sure you're still going to have to do, if not all of the levels, a good bit of them, because you're going to have to go in there and get the whatever those things are. What are what were they? I don't remember what they're called. The things that help you progress.
The flowers.
What you get at the end of the level.
Talkie flowers, of course.
Not the talkie flowers. Those things are. I was really hoping for more with those. They literally do they just talk. That's it. They're not integral to the gameplay. They're just there. They are just
for a kid who's just kind of trying to get by, who doesn't read very well. I bet that's probably very helpful for a kid to be audibly told, a little audible hint like that. But I think RGT put it in a good way today. That was pretty funny to hear him react to it and say how he wished he seemed kind of angry at the fact that there was those talkie flowers, and he's like, I
wanted him to be more.
Turn them off. But yeah, I agree. I want them to be more as well. But they're just kind of there. But again, Drip, we don't know. We haven't played the game yet. Maybe there's more to them.
Well, you can pour water on them, and sometimes they'll grow vines or give you coins.
Oh wait, what was that one thing that made a sound today? It was like, I don't know. One of the things talked or spoke and said something weird.
Oh no!
I don't remember. I don't know. Something that directly made me giggle today. Something talked. It was like boing. That's what it was. You bounced off. I think it was a hippo.
Oh yeah, somebody said boing.
No, it was very deep and weird. It was like boing.
What's it?
Yeah, it was like.
Why am I not remembering that?
It's like boing.
Oh, it was towards the end, right?
What the crap was that? Yeah, it's toward. I don't know. It's toward there. But yeah, no, don't get me wrong, guys. I don't want it to sound like I'm crapping on the game or anything. I'm just trying to point out my thought is I don't think this really changes the formula of a Mario game, a Mario 2D game. And I think that's what a lot of people were hoping for. I think instead what we got was like an absolute jam-packed, amazing, original 2D Mario game.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm excited for it. I just don't think they shook up the formula at all.
No, well, I mean, it's a 2D side-scroller. How much can you shake it up? I mean, I think they shook it up as much as they could shake it up. Without changing the game completely.
Yes and no, but that's like saying you can't innovate. And I think you can innovate in anything.
No, I think you're right. I think they did. I don't know.
They did innovate.
I'm very good with it.
Just they didn't completely shake it up. And I don't know. I don't want it to seem like I'm talking negative. I'm not. The game looks fantastic. I can't wait to play it. It's just I said what I said, and I'm gonna stand by what I said until I change.
Okay,
my mind
fine.
later.
Say it. Say it again.
No,
say it again.
I won't.
Say it loud and proud.
But you have the epic music in a world. That's not it. I, Uncle Geeb of this podcast. Wait, turn this off. We're gonna get copy struck.
No, it's a Star Spangled Banner, dude. It's fine.
I know
that totally use that.
That's off copyright, but what about that version in particular? People get upset.
Nope, it's fine.
Okay, all right.
Totally fine.
I don't want to get pinged for anything. We're in trouble a little bit as it is with for me forgetting to do something on AdSense. Anyway, not in trouble, but anyway.
Are we in trouble? You got us in trouble?
No, we're not in trouble. It's just blinking red every time I hop in there. Trouble. That's what it says when I open up like a virus. No. Warning. All right, new enemies. We saw some pretty cool things. We saw some things that we saw back a while ago, but that we saw again this morning. But we saw some new things. I don't recall seeing crazy tall mushrooms, and we saw crazy tall. That in my head. That's what I remember first is those mushrooms. And what else was there? There was like snails.
Not the things with the giant mouths that'll eat you.
I remember. I kind of remember those. Yeah, I mean
those, and then the mimic things where if you like jump, they jump. That's gonna be a bitch. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Those will piss me off to no end. I can promise you that.
Yeah. What other enemies did you like, Drip?
They only show what they show 4 new ones. The other one was the birds that just fly into they just projectile fly into things. There was a couple other ones. I can't remember all of them. What were the other ones? I don't remember what the other ones were. The things with the giant mouths are what stood out to me, and the things that jump the same time you jump. That is going to be really annoying. I don't know. Lots of classic enemies. I like that they're bringing new stuff into it. I like that there's new interesting ideas being put into this game, which again,
yeah,
I don't know what else you can do with a Mario game.
No,
like this,
it's super jam packed with a bunch of new stuff. There's not much more you can do, which kind of.
Oh wait, I just saw one that I really liked. The piranha plants that look like watermelons that shoot seeds at you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like it reminds me of Yoshi games.
Yeah, I just
but the piranha
I
plants.
love watermelon. Watermelon's like one of my favorite things, and I also love piranha plants. And when you put the two together, Geeb, it's basically magic.
It is basic. Whoa, it's watermelon piranha plants. You know. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, but there's a lot of familiar enemies as well. They brought back a lot of the other enemies.
Yeah. I mean, stuff that's been in Mario since the beginning of time.
We have not addressed. Hey, Drew, we haven't addressed the elephant in the room yet.
Okay, we'll do it.
The elephant, man. The elephants. The elephant power up. We haven't done that yet.
Oh, you want to do that? I thought you were talking about online. And
no,
now it's not going to work correctly.
No, I was making the best joke of all time with the elephants.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
And you not laughing kind of ruined my joke, and I'm kind of upset about that.
Speaking of that, are we playing dad jokes tonight?
Oh, I forgot about that. We can. I have an app that has dad jokes. We'll do that later.
I'll just find some. I'll find some.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you the app too.
Yeah,
anyway.
The elephant power up. Very cool. We got to see what it is. It's basically what I thought it was going to be. You got a lot of power. You can store water in your trunk, which is cool. You can, if there's a fire, I guess you could put that out if you needed to, which is convenient.
Yeah.
The bubble.
Bubble is really cool. Bubble is really cool.
It's actually, yeah. You were kind of giving it shit for a minute this morning until you saw what you could do with it.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. You're just blowing bubbles with, come on, what is this?
Yeah.
But no, like the bubbles, like they help.
You can use them to you can blow the bubbles out and use them to platform. That's really cool.
You can use them to kill.
Innovation, Geeb. That's innovation right there.
You can
Innovation.
You can use them to kill enemies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. You can trap people. You can trap the enemies in them.
Yep.
You can use them to get to high places. The bubble is cool. What was the third one? What was the third one they showed? Oh, the drill.
The drill was really. That's my favorite. I think. Well, and the hat.
What
and
other game is that in?
The hat.
Where you drill underneath the ground like that?
Man.
Oh, it's Kirby.
Yes, Kirby does do
Kirby.
that. Yeah.
I knew. I was like, I've done that in the game before, very recently. What? It's Kirby.
Yeah.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
The drill's really cool. You can like kind of burrow underground to get your enemies from below. You can also I think it doubles as is that the hat as well, that like when you get popped by stuff. What does that sound, Rip?
It's my dryer.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
don't worry about
good? It. Anyway, I think either it's the same thing or not, but either way, they have the ability where like something jumps in your head, but instead they just die because you're wearing the special hat. I think it's the drill, but either way.
Yeah,
it's really cool. That was really cool. It was really awesome that you can burn on the ground, but then, you're going to get popped from the head. No, you're not. You're going to be saved by your drill hat. I thought that was really neat.
The drill hat is cool. The bubbles are cool. The drill hat's cool. What would you say is your favorite of the three?
The drill. I think the drill. That's without playing yet. Let me see when I play and see how it is then. But as far as I know right now, I think my favorite's going to.
Yeah, I'm looking at the drill and I'm watching it now where they you're right. It is the thing where you can just, if people hit you on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Okay, you can drill up into the ceiling and go across the ceiling too. What are you talking about? It's innovation right here.
Yeah.
This is innovation. Give it up for Nintendo, Geeb. Give it up for them.
I will do no such thing.
I don't know.
No.
It's cool. Oh, that's a cool thing too. That you can keep an extra item with you.
Yeah.
Nice hat. Very nice.
Yeah.
And you can switch it out as you need. That was something you can do that in other games. I don't remember the last. Could you do that in Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario?
Do what? Sorry, I was kissing my hat.
I'm wondering if you could switch the items out. I cannot remember, because man, I got to the ice or the sky area in that, and I was like, man, I'm done. I can't go any further. I really wanted to beat it, but I could not.
I also didn't
boring.
Play that game, so I'm not really the person to.
Well, I know in like Super Mario, like on Super NES, you could do that. Like you could press select, I think, and it would drop the one out of your box in the middle there. So it's not a new thing, but it's cool that you can just switch them in and out as you want to help you with the levels. That's also a very cool thing.
Yeah,
what else?
Once again, I think we kind of covered most of that stuff. Well, you want to compare it to some older Mario games in other ways, 3D or not, 3D, 2D, whatever. I only experienced with Odyssey and 3D World, so I'm really not the person to ask about like comparisons to other 2D games. What say you?
I mean, that's the thing, man. Comparing it to older games, it's hard to compare this to older games, man. This is wild. This is like out of control.
It is wild and out of control. That'd be a good review title. Wild, out of control.
It is. It is out of control. It's wild.
I can't say that word. Spectacularly out of control and wild.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's got all the classic Mario stuff. I mean, everything that they've been doing since Mario 3 with the overworld map.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, what games did you say you've almost beat? Mario games?
Only Odyssey and 3D World.
Well, 3D World, technically, you did beat. I was there when it happened.
No, right. I did beat 3D World. I technically have not beaten. I do know the ending.
Man, come on, you got to beat Odyssey, man. My 7-year-old beat Odyssey.
Man. It's just one of those things. I don't know if I'm ever going to
get to. My 7-year-old sat down.
It's not my favorite game. 3D Mario is not my favorite. I think
Odyssey's great. Odyssey's probably. I mean, Odyssey's.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my favorite. I think 2D. I think 2D Mario to me is more like even 3D World is the 2D 3D. That is still better. That's a more fun game to me personally. Odyssey is. I know that's kind of weird to say. A lot of you guys, Odyssey is one of the best games ever. It's got Metacritic scores off the charts, and a lot of people love it. I get it. I'm not trying to rain on your parade. It's just not my favorite. You know.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I really liked. I liked Odyssey.
Well, if you have nothing else to say, there is.
I mean, not
besides
really. I don't know.
Besides the actual elephant in the room, the ability, there is another elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right, and that's why I'm grimacing a little bit. I'm looking at it right now.
It's time to talk about the online. It is
what a joke.
It is again. We're watching the direct today, and we're having a great time. We're both like really positive on it. And then they kind of brought out the bad news. The bad news is that the online in this game is, as you put it, Drip, it's very similar to how the Miiverse worked.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a good idea, in my humble opinion.
Oh, no.
And let's bring it back for our title of the year, 2020. Well, second title of the year. That was probably the best title. But let's do that again, because that was so great. Let's do that again. And that's just not great. So basically, you want to explain how the online works, Strip, because you probably have a better understanding.
I don't really even understand what the point of it is.
I know that.
Okay, I'll try to explain it. But so you can go online, and there's basically, if you're playing a level, there's basically ghosts of other people in the world who happen to be playing that same level too. So they're just going to be around. So what was the quote?
What was that quote? It was so bad.
I'm right here. Hang on, I can find it.
Yeah, well, they might as well call it unapologetically not online, because that's essentially what the quote was. Like the old Apple quote, unapologetically plastic for the iPhone 5C, their first and only plastic
Hang
iPhone.
on.
Yeah, what's the quote?
You can have a subtle connection with other players.
A subtle connection with get out of here with that.
First off, that's fucking creepy. First off, like, why are you saying that? Don't say that. Yeah. That's weird. No. Nobody wants to play this game with random people online. You want to play with your friends. Oh, wait. They gave us that. Or did they? They kind of did.
Kind of.
You can play at the same time as your friends. You can see them on the screen as ghosts online, but you're not actually playing with them. You don't actually play. You're just playing the level the same time they're playing the level. Like, if they keep going and you don't, like, they're just gone, I guess.
Yeah.
They go, like, you're not playing together. But if you die, I guess if one of them touches you, your little ghost that flies around for a certain amount of time, if they touch you, then they can bring you back.
Yeah.
Which I guess is
that's
cool.
the only interaction you can get with your friends.
That's a subtle interaction, Geeb. That's what you call a subtle interaction.
Supple.
It's very
yeah, you could even call it supple.
You could. It's very subtle. It's very, I mean, you blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
But yeah, I want to.
It's bad. This is ridiculous, man.
Pokemon,
this is ridiculous.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet had a very similar feature, almost identical, honestly, where you could play in the same map with your friends, right? Actually, this is actually different because that in Pokemon you can actually play literally on the same map. In this game, you're playing on your own individual map, just kind of mirrored with each other. That's basically how this works in Mario. And so actually, Scarlet and Violet's better in that way. Also, Scarlet and Violet was an open world game, so it's very different. But the similarity is where in Scarlet and Violet and Mario here, when you're playing with your friends, you can't just like throw a Pokeball at them and start battling. That's the equivalent of here. You can't just join the same game and start playing, right? That in Mario here. In Pokemon, you could only play like the Terra raids together, which is not the same thing. Like if I just wanted to battle Pokemon link cable style with my friend on the same map, you couldn't do that. You had to like go into a menu and do it. Even though I could see my friend right there, you had to go into a menu. In this game, it's very similar. Where like if I just want to play with my friend on the same level, I'll get the same coins, get the same power ups, I'll kill the same enemies, all on the same map. You can't do that here. You're just kind of seeing their ghost in playing in their game.
It's pointless.
It's almost literally pointless. There's the only point to it is that it's a subtle connection, right?
I know, and it makes me slightly nervous.
Makes me
slightly uncomfortable. I don't want to play this online. It makes me uncomfortable. Makes me worry for my safety a little bit.
Oh no!
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's just there's not a lot to like about the online. It's just one of the biggest. It is the biggest bummer of today.
I'm never gonna use that, ever. I am never gonna use that.
It sucks because not that I do too much of this anymore, but like when we used to do Geeb Night and stream together.
Yeah, I'd like to play.
Like 3D World, as frustrating as it would get, Joseph. As frustrating as it would get, and Hero, as frustrating as it would get, it was still really fun to be able to pop in the same game and complete the map together as a group. In this game, you're not doing that. The only thing you can do connection-wise is you can save your friend from death. That's it. They die, you have the chance to save them.
Which, okay, it's
not at all what we're looking for, Nintendo. Why is it that we have to beg and plead for online? It's 2023. It's the future, man. It is we live in the future, and yet just to play an online game with your friend is the most complicated thing. And like, whoa.
It's really, honestly, dude, it's
such a simple concept they can't get right. Why?
Something you said, something else besides the online. I will say something you said earlier because I was a little bit behind, and you were like, "Did you see that frame rate?"
Yes,
I did check that a few times. I went back and looked. There's some frame rate issues in this game.
And there lies the issue. Nintendo has an infrastructure problem with their online. They have since the beginning of the Switch. Maybe it goes back far to the Wii. I don't know. I wasn't there.
So you think the frame rate and the online thing is interconnected? Like they can't do online?
If it's not that, I'm going to be even more angry. But because what other excuse do they have? I think the only excuse that they do have by not including a native online feature like that is they couldn't get it to work online. Because as good as 3D World is sometimes, if your friend has bad connection, 3D World's an awful experience. So
yeah.
My guess is they had even a worse experience with Wonder, with all the stuff going on in the game. There's so much stuff going on, crazy. That maybe that's the cause of the online not working.
I do want to talk about online for a second here. Adam put it in the chat here.
Great question.
How does Mario Kart run so well?
I wish we could like talk to somebody at Nintendo.
I wish I knew. I wish I could answer that question because I honestly don't know. It does though.
Here's my thought, Drip.
Is it the only? No, there's 2 games that run good on the Switch like flawlessly every time. It's Mario Kart and Monster Hunter Rise.
So here's
those 2 games online are fantastic. I've never had a problem with either.
Here's my thought with why Mario Kart works. Because don't forget, Smash is the worst.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With Mario Kart, I feel like there's no precision necessary because unless you're neck to neck racing somebody and at the finish line and you need to know who got first or second, there's no need for precision there. So they're able to hide all of that.
Maybe.
And because there's no precision in a platformer where jumps are necessary, precision is necessary. In Smash, where you have to fight people and like whose button press second to second matters most, that matters. But in Mario Kart, where there's almost no situation where you need that precision, they just kind of mask it, so you can't really tell that there's an issue.
You might be right about that. I don't know. I would love to talk to a developer and like get the inside scoop on that, how that actually works.
Yeah,
that's interesting. But yeah, that's the only game that works good online, really. I mean, I can't think of another one.
I've never been in a Mario Kart.
I mean, Mario Party, but I mean, does that even count?
Not a single time in Mario Kart where anything lagged. Never. Maybe they would cut your match off early because of connection error, but it never ever lagged.
Yeah,
ever.
It's so weird that they can get that figured out, but things like this, it's like, no, we have ghosts. Like, oh, wonderful ghosts. I love ghosts.
And I bet
Thank you so much for that.
The biggest infrastructure problem with the Switch, we've covered this plenty of times, but not only is their like network server infrastructure bad, but the Switch itself, it couldn't even take advantage of a better infrastructure if it wanted to, because the Wi-Fi speeds are the max you can get. Wi-Fi is, I think it's 5 or 15. And I think
it's
and
terrible,
megabits a second, and plugging it in is not that much better.
Yeah,
it's not that much better. The hardware is not capable of anything much higher than what it does.
Just bottlenecks. Yeah,
exactly.
It just can't. It can't do it. That is one thing that has to be addressed in the Switch focus, or the Nintendo focus.
We're not talking about it tonight, Drip.
I know we're not. Wouldn't that
we were going
have been a segue?
We were going to, but we got some bigger news to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. If I'm being 100, let's come back to earth. Yes, it sucks that we're not getting online. It does suck, but let's be real. Let's be real. How many times have we actually used that online? How many times? Because I'm willing to bet that I can count on one hand how many times I would have used that online to play with other people in that game.
What game are you talking about?
I'm talking about this game,
Mario Wonder. So what's your question? I'm sorry. What's your question?
I'm saying let's bring it back down to earth here and be real about this. Like, It sucks. It's basically at this point it should be there, right? It should be there. I think we can both agree it should be there. But are you really gonna? Would you use it if it was actually there? Because I'm saying, like, well, maybe I use it 5 times. Maybe.
So I'll tell you, I have a 5-year-old nephew, or actually 6 now, 6-year-old nephew.
Oh, happy birthday!
And his birthday is the beginning of August. We play games all the time. Like just last night, we played some games together. But he loves playing Smash, Mario Kart. 3D Worlds was one of his favorites to play with us, and Mario Wonder is going to be the staple going forward. I'm sure of it. So, the answer to your question is I'm going to play it probably at least once a month with my nephew alone.
There you go.
And like I said, for streaming, a lot. Not that I do that much anymore, but maybe I would when Mario Wonder comes out. I'd love to stream that game and play with friends, and now I can't. So maybe once a week. I would say multiple times a month is that.
See, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. Even if I'm playing, like, streaming it, I'd probably just stream it myself. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would use it a lot. And now I can't. He's going to be very upset the fact that I can't play with him.
But you can. And he may be fine with the fact that it's like, okay, like, we're here together in the same, like, you can see my ghost.
He's 6, so he's going to be like, I can see you, Uncle Gabe, and you're floating around.
Yeah.
And which is funny. He calls me Uncle Gabe. He will not call me Uncle Geeb. It's hilarious because that's my internet persona. And he won't call me that. The rest of the world calls me Uncle Geeb. But my nephew, the one who not inspired it, but one of the reasons I am Uncle Geeb for real, is won't call me that. He calls me Gabe, which is fine. That's my name. It's funny. Anyway, yeah. So he's gonna be fine. But maybe if he was a little, let's say your nephew or niece is 10 and likes to, and you're in my situation, and they're a little bit they're old enough to understand everything like that, and they're gonna be very disappointed in the fact that they can't physically play with me. It's not gonna be enough that my little ghost is floating around. They want to actually play with me and watch me die, or watch me succeed with them, depending how evil or nice nephew or niece is. My nephew would laugh at my destruction. So yeah, are you making deals over there?
No, I'm getting prepared for the game.
Okay,
I'm just getting my dad. Oh
yeah, get your dad jokes. Well, I mean, we could throw it. Drip, I think I'm ready. Unless there's anything else you got to say. No,
I'm ready. I think we've covered this. It looks great. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to play it. It's got shitty online. It's time.
That music signifies the time, and the time is for a new game this week. We have a game this week. It's a brand new game. We have not played it yet. The game this week we'll be playing on the Drip Jeep Game Show is as titled. Not the game we stole from Jimmy Fallon game. In fact, the game is called Dad Jokes.
Dad Jokes. All right, so here's how it's going to work. Basically, Jeep and I are going to go back and forth. We are not allowed to laugh. If the other one laughs, let's say Jeep laughs, I get a point. You have to keep a straight face. I don't know how far are we gonna go with this as far as like smiling. I think we have to actually have a laugh.
The chat will decide. No. A smirk, anything that changes your demeanor. Your demeanor has to be neutral. And if you become,
we cannot go that hard.
That is the game.
Go that hard.
And the chat is the signifier. Chat. If you think that one of us laughs, you're gonna have to say yes or no in the chat. Just type or just Y or N. You can do that too. To play along in the chat, if you guys are listening audio, we're sorry that you won't be able to see our smirks, but you'll be able to hear us laugh if we laugh at a joke. So, Drip, I will say this, Drip, for the sake of the audio listeners, if you're going to laugh at something and you smirked, give a laugh for the audio. Just for the sake of that. So that's the way we're gonna play, Drip. You have to keep a straight face, and even if you little smirk or giggle.
No, I think a smirk is fine as long as you're not like laughing. You can't laugh.
We could play that way, but you can't go like this. Like you can't give a big smile like that. That would not be fair.
Okay, like, even we have to try. Yeah, try to keep it together.
Even like a something like that. You can't.
Yeah, that counts. That's a laugh.
Yeah, it's a laugh. All right. Who wants to go first? You want me to go first? You want to tell me a joke? Or want me? I'll tell you a joke.
Would you like a joke? I have one.
I would love a joke.
What did the horse say after he tripped?
I'm already smirking. That doesn't count. That does not count. I'm just a giggly person sometimes. I'm not actually a giggly person.
What did the horse say after he tripped?
I don't know. What do you say?
Help. I've fallen and I can't giddy up.
No. Didn't get me. Wait, you want to do 5 of these?
Your turn.
Oh, no.
That was a no-no for you. All right, Drip, here's my joke. I got an app that tells me these jokes. I'd tell you a chemistry joke, but I know I wouldn't get a reaction.
It's a good one.
Oh, no.
Drip, on to your joke, Drip. Come on, you gotta make me laugh here, buddy.
I don't know if this is a good one for you because you're not a very good speller like me.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a great. Yeah, you made me laugh. That was a dad joke. I'd give you a point for that, but I'm not going to.
No, that doesn't count. Okay, are you ready?
That was actually funny.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl pee?
I had know the answer.
Because the P is silent.
Sure is. It's English, man. It's a bad game if we're not making each other laugh. Let's see here. Drip, have I already told you how much I hate Russian dolls?
You have not told me that.
They're so goddamn full of themselves. Like, I just want to rip them apart. You're wiggling a lot over there. Yeah, there's a lot of wiggling you have to do.
That's a good one.
Like, and by the way, I really improv that joke. It's there. The skeleton. The skeleton of that joke is there, but I improved it.
What do you call a well-balanced horse? Stable.
You ruined the delivery. I may have laughed if you get the delivery right.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm reading my joke. We're getting ready here. What happens, Drip, when a strawberry gets run over while crossing the street?
What?
Makes a big old traffic jam. I heard that nose. I heard that nose.
That one got me. Okay, that one got me.
You can't fool me. I heard that one. All right. I'm ready. This is, I think, what, 2 more for both of us here?
Yes.
All right, Drip. What's your next joke? Ready.
I'm not.
You
Trying to calm down from my own joke right now.
Oh, okay. You can laugh at your own joke. It's fine.
No.
It'll probably make me laugh.
What do you call a pile of cats?
I don't know.
A meowton.
Yep. I couldn't even. I was trying to hold back up, but I did it. Yep. Because in my head, I was thinking very dirty stuff. So I was done for.
I laughed really hard at that one. I figured that one would get you.
I was done for.
In my head, I laughed really hard, not out loud.
Drip, don't look at the chat. If you've looked, don't look at the chat. Don't look
I'm
at
not.
it. I'm gonna use KG's joke because he just put one in the chat.
Okay.
KG's got a joke for us. And by the way, KG's like the GOAT at dad jokes. He's always in the chat bringing dad jokes when we ask for him. Why do golfers bring extra socks to the course?
Why?
I mean, think about it, Drip. If they get a hole in one, what do they do? There you go. That's another point. Thanks, KG. KG gets a point. That's not my point. It's KG's point. No, I'm just kidding. That's 2-1, Drip. This is your last chance to tie with me.
Gee, why did the bicycle fall over?
I'm not sure.
Because it was too tired.
All right, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough, man. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to tie this game up, but sorry. Let's give yourself a womp womp womp. I'll give you one more. One more. Go ahead. Give me one more.
One more. What did the triangle say to the circle?
What did the triangle say to the circle?
You're pointless.
Yep. It started way down here. The laugh started way down in my chest. I couldn't stop it. All right. That was good. Good job, Drip.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's
too.
tied up.
Well, I'll say we're good. I'll save
You're
these
done.
for
next time. I have one more joke, and this is for the win. Although we both know we already won.
You definitely won.
All right, here we go. The scientist got bored. Oh, wait, hold on. Crap. This one's too complicated. Let me switch the joke. So a sandwich walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here." Nah, nothing. Nah, you didn't. I don't think I got it.
Oh no, that was good. You got
good.
me. I'm holding it back. That was good.
And see, with dad jokes, it's all about that delivery. You gotta, and so like just reading the joke off isn't good enough. You have to like read it, process it, and then like, how am I gonna deliver this joke? Good.
That's a good one.
I take no credit for these jokes. I take credit for my delivery.
Oh yeah, I'm looking the jokes up. I don't have these.
All right, guys. Well, that was our game. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this week's edition of not the game we stole from Jimmy Fallon game, but in fact, it's called Dad Jokes. Maybe we'll play it again. If you guys liked it, let us know. We have a Twitter for that. We got a Discord server that is Drip server that you can hang out in the pod chat room and discuss all things podcast related. Those of you in the chat, make sure you're sticking around. We're going to hang out with you guys a little bit in the after show. But those of you on the audio side of things, we're going to sign off for now. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.